Y'all, they've been having meetings at each other's houses this entire time in secret without telling anybody? Yeah, who else is shocked? It kind of makes you wonder exactly how specific they've been with their little predictions of when this thing ends. Guys, what I'm about to show you right now, please send out, because we have been talking about almost this exact same thing, and now it's just been confirmed. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are going to be doing this little snack here, and then we're going to go to live stream tonight at 9 p.m. to 9:30 Eastern time, so make sure you tune in for that. All right, you can follow me on X at Braden LOA if you'd like, but I want to jump right into this. I don't want to bury the lead on you. This is the same Senator, Mark Wayne Mullen, on the Republican side, that we did a video about the plan being leaked, right? Well, I find it interesting that a day after we did that video, the plan being leaked for the whole shutdown end and when the Democrats are going to capitulate and when they're going to finally open the government, and then I showed you all the Hill reporting this morning around which 8 are going to do it. He gets even more specific and then says they've had these secret meetings at each other's houses for the past week and a half this whole time. Y'all, listen, this is a sitting Republican senator. You want to know where he was getting his intel from? The Democrats were over for a bed and breakfast snuggle fest. All right, watch this.
There are talks taking place behind the scenes. Are you aware of any of those talks with, I guess, moderate Democrats and Republicans kind of trying to figure out how to open things up?
Yeah, I wouldn't really say it's been negotiating. It's timing more than negotiating. The Democrats that I've been privileged to have a good relationship with, I mean, we have talked, I don't know how many times around the table at my house. Last night, we were having a conversation. It's all about the timing of an off-ramp. They've been looking for an off-ramp. They thought after the No Kings rally, they would have an off-ramp. Unfortunately, Chuck Schumer felt like it tightened their grip, that they couldn't allow the Dems to release their hold on the government and quit using the American people as hostages or leverage points. And so they wanted to wait until after today because they were afraid if they opened the government up before today that their base wouldn't show up and vote in Virginia and New.
All right, so what you're telling me is this has been bullshit the whole time. Come here, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is why I do what we do, right? This is why we have the conversations that we have. Because every single one of us has to deal in a real world, except these people. Right? This whole shutdown that Schumer has done and Hakeem Jeffries has done has come out all this big talk and very aggressive and how insanely confident they are going to win and no one's on their side and everyone wants other this, that, and the other. All these different speculative political positions. They've been having breakfast and at the table of each other's houses this whole time, and they just never mentioned that. They never brought that up. That never came to part of the conversation. It was just politics. And then you wanted to do it after the No Kings rally, which we talked about on this channel when it was happening. You know, the geriatric one that was funded by Rascal Scooters. And then when that didn't work as well as they wanted to press it a little bit further for some more leverage to hurt the American people till after the election today. Because they didn't want to hurt their far left liberal base, because God forbid you come between them and power. They've been at each other's houses this whole time. Now, it does make it a very interesting point here, why he's been so incredibly confident, and as he's about to say, bullish on the timing, because it's all about an off-ramp. We've been talking about that ever since this thing started. They're going to start to realize they cannot win, they're going to fold and capitulate, and they're going to look for an off-ramp. That's exactly, he even said at the very beginning, this isn't negotiating for a position, this is about discussing timing. That means it's already over, so now you're just holding on to make people hurt and feel pain for your political advantage. Okay, you're a shitbag. Not this guy, the people doing it. All right, let's keep on going. Good Lord.
Jersey, where we have you guys been referring to your interesting mayor, as I like to refer to as your communist mayor, that's going to run the great city of New York. But after today, the negotiations to keep Dick Durbin from voting with us last week, which would have caused a jailbreak because he's a #2 Democrat in the Senate. He had expressed concerns about continuing keeping the federal government closed. The conversations that took place in a long conference was, if you'll wait until after Tuesday, he will release everybody and allow them to vote the way they want to. So that's why I have said it very bullishly last week and all weekend, is that, Becky, we're going to probably start negotiations tomorrow with the Democrats claiming victory or claiming the high road. I don't know what they're going to say. I can't discuss or can't predict what they're going to say. But either way, we'll probably have the vote in the Senate either tomorrow night or Thursday. Then the House has got to come back because we're going to have to make some changes to it. We've got to change the date, and there's discussions about maybe putting 3 appropriation bills on the CR2.
Okay. Did you catch what he just said? Because you have to know the players, and you have to know their personalities, and you have to know their history, their backstory, and the little manipulative weasel games they play. Because Dick Durbin wanted to vote to open the government. He's the senator from Illinois. He's a far lefty. So he wanted to open the government last week, but then they had multiple conversations and had multiple different conferences about pushing it until Tuesday when Chuck Schumer, quote, unleashes everybody. Y'all, come here. We talked about this morning in the Hill article that I cited both of them and said, so now Chuck Schumer's got to be held to his far left base. He doesn't want to piss off the people in those 3 states or cities and states for the elections today. But then tomorrow, he's going to unleash everybody. And magically, just like that, it's all going to be undone. But he's not going to vote for it. So he can say, I didn't vote for it. But he's not going to hold anybody and penalize anybody. Are you getting the bullshit yet? And I'm saying bullshit a few times. And I try not to curse as much as I can. But is this not what this is? This entire thing, as he's saying right here, and we have talked about multiple times, it's not about winning and advocating a position. It's about when to find the off-ramp and how they're going to be able to do it without getting blame. That's what they're doing. That's why they're having all of these movie nights with popcorn at their houses. They're having all these bed and breakfast events. They're having these great wine tastings, I'm sure. I mean, y'all, these people are playing the entire country for their own political gain. And candidly, it's just disgusting. But don't worry, tomorrow's good. Now, I want to bring up something else that he said, because by the way, tomorrow is all of a sudden everything's been resolved. It's not about their election and power. It's magically, Wednesday was the right day after all. All right. Something else that he just said. They're going to come back and they're going to vote for another clean continuing resolution. They might throw some appropriations on. They might change the date, but it's going to pass tomorrow night. And then it's going to go to the House. I'm going to show you what they're going to say here about the House in a second. And then magically, all the wheels of government are going to be openly fine. And nothing's in the way. It's amazing. We're all good. Kumbaya. We're just playing politics right here, guys. Except for the people who trust the government to pay them to defend our country. That's a big thing for me. You can't pay our troops for your own political gain. You've been having little back and forth to use their houses. Yeah. All right. Let's keep on going.
Think it's possible we could reopen the government this week then?
Yes, I think we'll be open by Sunday. It depends on remember, once we vote on it, the House has 48 hours to basically get back. Now, what I know the House GOP is having a conference call today. I will imagine on that conference call, they're going to tell their members they're going to go ahead and put their members on a 48-hour notice, tell them they need to be back here Friday. So there's going to be some discussions there too, because like I said, Becky, we're going to change the CR because we got to change the date at minimum. What we would like to do
because the date only carried through later this month.
Yeah.
So,
we've
already.
Yeah. Right. That's just like almost a bookkeeping. The Senate does it.
Okay. He's now openly calling. We're going to wrap this and then go into our live stream tonight. He's now openly saying, we're going to vote on this thing Wednesday night. They're going to give the Republicans 48-hour notice to get back to Washington by Friday, and the government will be open by Sunday. My God, that was efficient and quick, and how all those, insurmountable points of contention were just all of a sudden overcome. It's remarkable. If this goes down, and he's being pretty specific, if this goes down like this, honest to God, I'm going to have a lot of videos because that's going to be really, really telling. But listen, I'm going to go out of here, get ready for the live stream tonight. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 Eastern Time in that window. And I will see you guys on the next one. But Braden, later.